Totally Beverages.
And sometimes hot sauce.
That is a tasty root beer.
Coffee.
Water.
Cerveza.
Mountain Dew.
Beverages. Beverages.
Beverages Hot Sauce.
Beverages. Beverages.
Beverages Hot Sauce.
Welcome to Totally Beverages and Sometimes Hot Sauce, the show that was almost called K-Cups with RoRo. I'm your host, Psychic Andy, but you can call me RoRo. Here, as always, the beautiful, blue-eyed Barbadan. Jojo, how you feeling tonight?
I've got the fire inside.
And a fire that we have not poured any gas on for quite some time.
We've been at a 0 on the Scoville scales.
Choo-choo!
You hear the hot sauce train ripping through my front yard. Toot toot.
Toot toot. That's a T-Bash first, a toot toot.
Oh.
Tonight is a very special night because tonight is a Sometimes Hot Sauce night. And honestly, we haven't done this in quite some time. So I'm very excited.
Did you go back and look and see when we last did it?
No,
I guess it
no.
doesn't even matter.
Why would I do any pre-pro like that?
I don't know. It's an option for some.
Yeah.
I didn't do it either.
Tonight
But I'm excited for it.
I'm very excited. We will be, we're going to be dancing with the devil a little bit tonight with some green habanero sauce. If
I
you
even had
haven't
Mexican
picked them up
for
yet,
dinner in preparation.
it's a little late. I had nachos for dinner, as it were.
Took everything in my power not to pull a Jamie Loftus and dump some of this on pre-show.
I had the exact same thought. But you know what? I can. We'll take these for a test spin on a regular night. Mexican night after we narrow down which
You're
one
right.
of ours are favorite. Once we figure out the hero tonight.
And they'll throw the rest in the trash.
Indeed. Let's just jump into the business, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I certainly do. Hola to those joining us live in the chat here on Twitch.
Randy, great to see you.
It's not only Randy. Randy just happened to toss a comment.
Oh, no, I just saw Randy's comment, that's all.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's get down to biz. I'm so ready. So
Okay.
sweaty.
So ready and so sweaty. Okay, so here's the deal. Vision board, last week. Did we add anything? We did. We added your tiki hut.
Oh, yeah.
Adorable. And I feel like I added something. That's right. I added the ice maker.
You certainly did.
Dreams come true. Well, there's a bit of a development.
You got the ice maker?
I wish I got the ice maker.
If you got the ice maker and didn't tell me when I was at your house,
No,
I
I would
be
never.
so upset.
I would never do that to you. This past weekend,
Serving me room temp drinks.
This past weekend, my amazing niece Molly graduated from high school. So I was up hanging out with my brother Matt. And as I've mentioned on the show before, he's a bit of a retro gaming addict. And in his garage, he had quite the arcade setup. And I got to get down and dirty with some Tapper, with a joystick. And as we've talked about before, I've been trying to get that 20,000 points. It has eluded me every time we've had a Tapper Tuesday. And I tried my damnedest. Can I just share a little something with you?
Yeah, I would love it if you did.
Okay, this is what I got for you. So this was on Saturday evening. Okay?
Wow.
Look at that setup. Okay, this is
Tapper
at Saturday
1.
evening, 9:43 p.m. Now, keep in mind, I had been playing this game also Friday evening as well. Okay, so this is my second night playing the game with my brother Matt. Here
Okay,
we go.
so the video titled Tapper 1, a little misleading.
Oh, sorry, I don't even see where it says that. But yes.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
No!
Now that was a score of about 19,000. Very close.
Way to tease it.
Very close. So this is at 10:14 p.m. No! Why does it always?
Whoa,
That's
that
it.
says 19,100.
That's about as close. That's about as close as it gets.
That really is a tip. You would have been over the edge.
All right, this is 10:45 p.m.
It's a late one. Oh, wow. You just caught that by the skin of your teeth.
Can I get it? Can I get it?
Yes, you got it.
I got it! I got it!
Matt just dropped the phone.
I think I'm crying. Now, if you take a peek there, this is where it gets a little humiliating because you
Oh
see,
my God.
I get my score, but you see my goddamn brother had just been tossing it in my face.
Did you see him get any of these scores for those at home?
Yes, I saw every single one. It was,
His lowest score is 23,000.
yeah. But anyways, I did it. I did it.
You did it.
Thoughts?
Wow. I mean, it does feel like it's not regulation. I was going to say it's
Oh
not
my
regulation
God.
play because it's
I
not
knew
on
you,
a Tapper
I knew you were
Tuesday.
gonna pull some. I knew you were gonna pull some shit like this.
However, hearing the unbridled joy shared by two brothers who shared their love of Tapper and their high score, even when your bro really had no business even playing along that your 20,000 was a milestone score. He
Can I tell
loves you
you-
so much. He supported this, and I think that's important. And it was also in an arcade box,
Yes.
and that's got to have some weight.
What do you think?
God,
Can I take it off the board?
I think we can move it over.
Moving
However,
it- whoops. I'm taking it off. It's off. However, what?
there's going to be an asterisk on that record
Oh, Jesus.
until you can do it on a Tapper Tuesday.
Okay, you know what? I have no fear about that. I'm putting it on Dreams Come True. Look at that.
Slap it down. Do it.
Beautiful. Anyways,
And I think you also need to inform the audience that you left there with a door prize. Did you not? I did not know that you hit this high score in Boise. I didn't realize there was all this time for frivolity while you were there. I thought you were there on
I got a big
family
door
business.
prize. I got this bad boy sent home with me.
How
So
much does that weigh?
This is about 5 pounds. I get to keep the Tapper dream alive. But, JoJo, I really want you to get this bug, and I encourage all of our listeners out there to check out Tapper. You can do it on archive.org. I got the fever, and it is addicting. And my brother had never really played it until this weekend, and he really got into it, too. It is a great
He had
little game.
never played before this weekend.
No, I mean, he had played, over the years, probably, 30 years ago, whenever it was a game in arcades. But, no, he's got mad skills.
That's very incredible.
Yeah. But anyways, maybe I do think that we should do some sort of contest. Like, if you can prove that you also got 20,000 points, let's dream up some sort of contest. Maybe it's a T-shirt. Maybe we're Venmoing.
I'll give you. I know exactly what it'll be. I've got it, and once I have my hands on it, I will share it on the show.
Okay, great. We could also gift sub some OnlyFans subscriptions of ours too.
Yeah, that
Let's
sounds
just think
good.
about it. Okay.
Okay.
Moving on, next week, if you want to get ready, we are going to be doing Decoy wine seltzers. When I told JoJo about this, he said, "Ooh, Decoy, they make good wine." And
I think
so,
that's true.
So we've got 3 of their canned seltzers. I found these at Vaughn's, so hopefully they're available everywhere. There was I can't even read my own thing here.
The finest of wines, Vaughn.
The finest of Decoy wines. There's a couple Chardonnays and then one Sauvignon Blanc, maybe? Anyways, We'll put these up on our socials and in the Discord so you can see exactly which ones they are. But if you want to come along and drink those with us, we'll be doing that next week with the one, the only Dave Holmes will be with us next week. So that'll be fun. All right. And what else we got? Oh, we're on Spotify now. We put the podcast up on Spotify. Jojo, anything you want to say about that?
Oh, yeah. So some people were asking about this. Spotify did not have podcasts when we were only a podcast. So this is fresh. The feed is up there. So old episodes should all be in there. Everything else should be up to date. And the big thing is, if you want to go follow us on there, also, they added a review feature, but you have to have actually listened to episodes to review it. So,
oh, interesting.
If you're a Spotify podcast consumer, please do leave us a rating and a review there. And while you're at it, if you're not a Spotify listener, throw in the old iTunes podcast feed or wherever.
Oh, yeah, we always love those.
Listen to the podcast. Yeah, I mean, we'll read some.
I love it.
We get some freshies in here. We might read some on here.
Follow us on socials at TBASHLIVE. That's, I think, every single social you could dream of. That's what we are. And if you want to get into the Discord, we put that on a link on all of our socials. There's like a link tree that'll take you to all these places too, right, Jojo? The Discord included. So yeah, go to TBASHLIVE. And without further ado, it is time to bring up tonight's very, very special guest. This is a guest. He's a writer, producer, actor who drinks things. Fact. He is responsible for my favorite movie playing right now. He wrote Chippendale Rescue Rangers, which is out now on Disney+. And it is a fucking banger that I didn't realize would almost have me pissing in my pants, Josh.
It's a real rodeo.
It is a real rodeo. And, you know, as much as I would like to spend an hour talking about that and asking how they legally even got this thing off the ground.
All my questions are rights-based.
I mean, I literally, when I will just say there's a cameo by Ugly Sonic that I legitimately almost pissed myself the first time that happened. As much as I'd like to talk about that, we have other things to talk about. This is a quote from Dan. Hot sauces will be how I die. And I have proof. I have the receipts for this. I will bring that up later to ask our guests. And he also might like ducks. We're not sure about that, but we're going to find out. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Dan Gregor.
Hello. Am I way too close? I'm way too close.
You know, it is an aggressive pose.
How come it's so close? This is where I normally sit. What happened to the camera? This is normal, but now it's not normal.
You know, but you're looking great. You can stay right there. We celebrate.
Maybe
all
you
positions.
guys should move back from the camera.
We'll move back to get you so we look very small.
That's
so
right.
you're just kind of hulking on us the whole time.
This is so grandpa embarrassing.
You could be like the Galactus here. You're threatening to eat us. You have nice clear skin and good hair, though. I think it's perfectly fine to be that close.
I'm showing that off. Oh, I feel ridiculous. You guys have little heads, and I have a big head.
You can just Can you scoot back like one? Oh, there you go. Problem solved.
But now the mic is far.
Oh, then come up a little bit closer.
Okay, wait. All right, I could switch to the computer mic. This is live for you guys, right? You guys are actually live.
Yes,
we are live. But you know what? Though,
what a mistake.
We'll go with the. You know, we have.
That's what we said.
Most of our listeners really love enjoying this on the podcast. So if you are on the good sounding mic, that is primo.
Okay, all right. We're gonna stick to the good mic, and we're gonna try to get this. Oh, I see what's keeping me from moving this further back. There's some books behind here.
Here we go.
This is you got to do it. You got to do a tech check before.
Dan reads.
They're empty notebooks for thoughts that I haven't had yet.
Dan, we like to grip it and rip it. We'll sometimes bring guests, listeners just out in the chat up. We're fast and loose. But no, you're looking great. This is perfect. However, it is right now.
All right, cool. I got it. Got a little distance.
As we said earlier, before you got here, tonight is a Sometimes Hot Sauce episode. We haven't had one in a while, so we're so excited, and we are already feeling your passion. Let me pull up this quote. Let's address this quote real quick before we get to our first segment of the night.
Are you going to bring up last night's debacle?
Last night.
Oh, I could bring that up too. Dan was ready, waiting to go. I was getting some texts at 9 o'clock.
I made a whole Mexican meal ready to go at 9 p.m. to eat with you guys on the podcast. I was so excited about it. The hot sauces came yesterday, and I was like, "Well, I got to eat Mexican tonight." And I sat down with a big fucking platter of Mexican food.
You're slow cooking the beans all day.
And I started texting you guys at like 8:50. I was like, okay, cool. So like, how's this going to go? And no response. I'm getting nervous, staring at my food. It's probably like 9:15 when I realized that, like, I mean, a little after, like, I was like, oh, it's odd that they haven't even responded to one of my text messages. And that's when I reread my email and realized it was not last night, but it was tonight.
I mean, there's nothing like an eager beaver. We appreciate the enthusiasm.
The hot sauce has got me so amped. I came home from work that day. I was like, well, this is my night.
Well, we're here tonight. And so real quick, explain this post. Hot sauces will be how I die. Showing a little love to the Charman. What's happening here, Dan?
I came across a Charman stand at some farmer's market somewhere, and I like was just exceptionally in love with them. I bought the whole line, and I really now I honestly I buy these almost every couple of weeks. Like the green sauce I probably eat like every other day, if not every day. And the other three are perfect. Also, they're a little more particular to dishes. And I really love hot sauce, especially the pandemic. The pandemic, you put your energies into weird places, and I just condiments became my thing. And so that's a big part of how I spent my pandemic was discovering dips and sauces.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, you were in the right.
You came to the right place.
Yeah,
I know. I did. I know.
And what's interesting about these Charman is, so we have a little thing on this show. It's called Getting in the Flow, where just the universe seems to just be hitting us from all areas. Charman came up. What was that, JoJo? 3 episodes ago, maybe? Yeah, 3 weeks ago. And we found out it's an outfit out of Ojai, and so maybe you were in Ojai?
I tasted it in Ojai. That's exactly where it was. Was at a farmer's market in Ojai.
There you go.
Holy shit.
So This is like, when I saw this, I about fell out of my chair. And we had already loaded up on tonight's hot sauces, but this is something that we're going to have to take a spin with at some point, because we just keep getting rave reviews. It's
so good. And then wait, this is worth discussing on the podcast. Now, one of the things they do that you can't see in that picture is they have little you saw there's like each picture, each one has like a picture of some monster.
Yeah.
And so they've created like horrific backstories for each of their sauces. And so I'll just read you right now one of the backstories. Oh, there's a new one. I have to try it. That's exciting.
Where is it on the website? Is the name or the backstories on the?
I don't know, but I'm gonna read you one right now.
Please. Which one are you gonna do?
Right off the bottle.
This is the one I believe off the red one for the private, whatever, the original. Okay.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
In 1948, an Ojai, California brush fire consumed a cabin occupied by a father and son. Sadly, the father died, and his disfigured son went into seclusion and madness. With his charred smell and appearance, his ghost has been terrorizing the residents of the valley ever since. Buy my hot sauce.
1948. So specific.
So specific. So brutal. So deeply brutal.
That is, I was just picturing my death-obsessed children loving reading that on like the
Yeah.
breakfast table.
So each one of these hot sauces has a horrific backstory, and I love that about it.
Unbelievable. And real quick before we move on to another segment, if we can sit here for a second, in this pandemic phase of condiments and hot sauces, what are your go-to like foods that you've been enjoying these on? Like that green Charman, what is that finding itself to?
Tacos and eggs. That's the number one. Yeah, tacos and eggs. Eating a lot of tacos and eggs.
Yeah.
But also I've gone through various vegan months, and so the beans. It's great on beans. Eating a lot of beans. It's magic. Yeah, and I've been doing like crispy rice kind of dishes that also it's great on. It's great also whatever with anytime I order a delivery that turns out to be substandard, it just spruces it right up.
I love it. I love it. Well, the show is called Totally Beverages and Sometimes Hot Sauce, so we do need to kick things off with a couple beverage questions.
Please, okay.
Before we move on. This is called the beverage profile, and this is how we're going to get to know you. So basically, we're going to go through a day in the life. It can be whatever day you want, a typical day, a day that you had last week, a very special day you have in your memory, whatever you want. But we're going to start the moment that you wake up. What time do you wake up in the morning?
I wake up briefly at like 6:50 for my baby when she wakes up, and then I will go back to sleep when the nanny gets here. About 45 minutes later. This is a child baby, yeah.
You don't call your partner baby.
When the baby. I do that also, but she wakes up late. And then so no drinking there. Just I chug a glass of water always by my bedside.
When are you chugging the glass of water though? You said
At
no drinking
7.
there. That is
sorry at 6:55. I have a glass of water by my bedside. I drink a whole glass of water the moment I wake up because I wake up gasping for moisture.
Okay, and you are a chugger, you said? Okay,
yeah.
so there really is. We found there's two types of people. There's chuggers and sippers when it comes to water. So
I'm a chugger. I need gallons of water to satiate me. It's ridiculous. I'm at a restaurant and I will ask a waiter for a glass of water, and a lot of the fancy ones they give you like half a glass. I'm like, no, sir, no. That's one sip for me.
Leave the bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
And what
I'm the bottle guy.
What type of vessel is on your nightstand? What's waiting there for you?
A glass?
Just a regular glass? Are we talking probably like a pint glass kind of size?
No, it's like a
juice glass.
This bigger. It's a 12 ounce.
Okay, a nice little 12 ounce. Was there ice in that water the night before, or is this just
I went through a lemon before bed, a lemon in my water before bed phase, and it was great before bed. An ice cold lemon water before bed really set me to sleep perfectly. But the lemon by the morning has become disgusting, and so I gave up on that.
Okay, so do you have the water before you go see your baby, or after?
Yeah, I can't. It's like literally when I wake up. Ever since I've moved to Los Angeles, I find everything here to be dry, and I wake up and I'm so dry, and I need if I don't have a glass of water first thing, I actually can't start moving. I'm a mummy.
Interesting.
That
Okay.
explains. Yeah, you want to make sure you don't want to approach a baby with dry mouth.
No, that's right.
Kind of sounds
Yeah.
or smells you're then passing on to them.
Yeah. So then I will wake up. Maybe I'll go back to sleep if I can. If I can't fall back asleep, anyway, I'm probably getting out of bed for real around like 8:30. And then my shower thing, maybe a little sippy sip in the shower.
Yeah.
Wait, in the shower? You
Yeah,
mean
just
from from the okay,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah.
That's when I'm really depressed, which is a lot. And then I have a big ass coffee every morning with some almond milk, depending on the weather. We're having an iced or a hot.
Okay, either one of those. Is that something you're making, or are you heading out into the world to grab it? What's
a bit
typical?
of a split. I have an office about a mile down the road that I walk to most days. In which case, I'll stop at Alfred Coffee for a coffee. Again, it's entirely based on the weather. I prefer to get a hot, but if it's over 70 some degrees, I'm getting the cold.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, yeah, and so I'm doing that. And then
and just almond milk in both of those.
Yeah, I'm lactose intolerant, and I'm literally prepped for something spicy tonight with like an almond braise.
Dan, I was thinking about that tonight because we're a house that we're recent oat milk converts, and I'm a dairy guy though. I love milk and cheese and everything. But I had that thought, like I wonder, will this
that shit up all the time? Can't get it out.
But I was thinking, does that oat milk, would that quench the hot sauce fire?
It does.
Similar
it does
to
work.
a dairy. So that's great to know.
Yeah.
Okay. So
can I tell you, just as an important tangent on this subject, that Totally Lame is the reason that I found out that I was lactose intolerant. I showed up to your house to do the podcast one night. I ran in screaming, about to shit my pants.
Yes, I do remember.
I was like, "Where's your bathroom?" And your bathroom at the time was through your bedroom, which was particularly humiliating. And and I screamed, and I just completely unloaded in your personal, bedroom bathroom.
Yeah.
And I came out like I had been fucking beaten up by Mike Tyson. And we did this podcast, and we spent the first 10 minutes talking about how I had destroyed your bathroom. And a doctor listened to your podcast and reached out to me and said, "Hey, that's not normal. If you're experiencing this regularly, you might consider that you're lactose intolerant. Why don't you try giving up dairy for a week and see what happens?" And I got to tell you, this had been a near daily problem for 20 years.
Wow.
I had never considered that it was not normal. Because my father was depressed, and so he would hide from us in the bathroom. And so I thought that men were supposed to spend several hours a day in the bathroom.
It's what men do.
They spend their days in the bathroom. And so I gave up dairy for a week, and my life completely changed.
Wow. That's such a beautiful story. They say if you help one person, you've done something. And I feel this is amazing. Oh my goodness.
So anyway, you guys have fixed my life in a lot of ways.
That's great. That's amazing. Yeah.
Okay,
after this coffee, what's happening? We're nearing lunchtime. What's your next beverage? More water? What's going on?
I mean, I'm not. This isn't exciting, but I am wildly addicted to Spindrift. To the point where I can spend, I have in fact spent an hour at a time hunting for deals on the Spindrift, the new flavors, all the stuff. It's not good. I am perennially addicted to I want to call him Alfred Palmer, the Arnold Palmer Spindrift, which is my favorite thing in the world.
I've never had that one actually. We're going to add that to the list.
It's great. And then a real party Spindrift is the pineapple one, which is basically like a daiquiri. It's great. And so they're great. And there's a bunch of new flavors that I'm excited to try.
Tell me about what does deal hunting for Spindrift look like? That's something our audience wants to know.
Are we clipping coupons? Are you calling? Do you ever pick up the phone? That's what
I haven't yet, but I think I would like to. I really would definitely consider that, because I have tried messaging local stores. They don't carry all the flavor. There's too many flavors, and they carry a lot of bad flavors. And then a lot of places only sell variety packs. I hate grapefruit more than anything in the world. And so I will not eat grapefruit anything. And so a lot of the variety packs come with grapefruit in it. And so I won't eat the variety packs. And then anyway, and so they're just each of these flavors is carried in very limited stock all over LA. And so you have to hunt them down, which store has which which flavor and how much. Anyway, that's
are
how I spend a lot of my day.
You are speaking our language.
Absolutely.
This makes me feel warm and fuzzy all
I was
over.
about to say apologies to Shay Bobet in the chat, who specifically said they love the grapefruit flavor. But I think what I'm feeling here is there might be an aftermarket here. You know, maybe you need to get into a bartering kind of offer up situation.
So, but I'm telling you, I think there already is, which is why I have to hunt, because sometimes I'll come across the flavors I want at twice the price, at like a full 50% markup. And so I like can't bring myself to like buy the 50% markup ones.
But wait, where are you finding them marked up? Like, what are you on your phone? Is this an online?
I'm on the internet.
play?
Go on Google and search for like blood orange Spindrift.
Do you ever get on like Instacart and see if that has any answers for you?
And I'll go through every single store in the Los Angeles region to see who has what and how much. And it's just very hard to get the things you want, because like I said, a lot of the carriers only carry the variety packs, which has the grapefruit, which I won't buy.
You're right. There's a website called Spindrift Market that I don't think is associated.
Oh my God, really? Well, there you go.
It's selling a 24 pack for $26. Target though has it for $6 for an 8
right,
pack.
Exactly. And
then you've got Food Service Directs trying to sell it for $29.
The prices are all over the place. There's fully like black market. So like it takes a certain amount of hunting to figure out like, okay, is this a reliable service that will actually send me a bottle of something? And then places go out of stock all the time, so you never have a consistent source.
And do you clean out if you see that pineapple or that Arnold Palm? Are you just smashing? Are you getting as many as you
I'm not there yet, but I actually think I should be there. I think just having this conversation makes me realize like I'm there.
No. You're not there. And you want to know why you're not there?
Why?
Because you like the hunt. You got to keep the hunt going.
I want a fresh Arnold Palmer. I needed to have one recently from the plant.
Okay, so we got our Spindrift in the lunchtime hours. Maybe what's after this?
So that's 3 Spindrifts a day. That's carrying me through.
Love it.
That's carrying me like from pre-lunch, post-lunch, like wind down, maybe with dinner, maybe like it's like a pre-dinner kind of get me to dinner. So it's 3 a day. It's like it's a habit. And I like other seltzers, but man, I don't know. I really like the Spindrift.
And that 8 pack is then really not doing it for you.
Nothing, the 8 packs. That's why I'm looking for if not the 12, the 24 pack, which is even harder to find. So you see where my life has become complicated.
It's
mango
tough.
orange is very good. Yes,
it's tough being Dan. Yes.
So I mean, this is the podcast where I can say these things openly.
And I feel if you're being really honest, I feel like you're probably hitting 4 a day. So that 8 pack is really lasting you just 2 days.
I don't think I'm there yet.
Yeah, the 3 feels aspirational, doesn't it?
I mean, like, right. I mean, I what have I said so far that makes you think I'm keeping things from you?
I don't know. It's just a hunch. I don't know. Maybe just keep
readmits
a mental note of your tally the next few days.
Readmits a 6-year-old story about shitting up your bathroom, but is lying about drinking 2 to 3 sparkling waters a day.
Okay.
I have one question, a Spindrift question, because I have not found one that I find to be for me. I like the half and half. We somehow stumbled upon a case of them. Someone it just given to us at some point. The barter people, we got some plumbing work done. They left cases of Spindrift. The pineapple I'm very intrigued by. I'm looking at the website. I'm seeing cucumber on there. Have you had that one?
Haven't had that one. There's a bunch that are like, and again, cucumber's one that I'm telling you, like, you're not going to find that anywhere.
You're just telling me right now. I'm sure.
Good luck.
I'm telling you,
okay.
You can't get. There's not a single cucumber in Los Angeles. You find a cucumber in Los Angeles, you come see me. I'll pay you anything for that.
Okay. Well, that's the one that looks the most. Besides the pineapple, is the most intriguing for me. We're getting some love for mango orange in the chat.
Have you had the strawberries?
Yeah. Oh, right. I'm sorry. I can't believe I ever got the strawberry. Strawberry is my bigger addiction, and that got out of stock for a while, and it was like I was going mad for having lost it. It was like
What?
to the point where it also I know this is ridiculous, but it became like a social currency for me, where people would come over and I'd be like, "You want a strawberry Spindrift?" And they're like, "What's that? That sounds nice." I'm telling you, it's the best drink I've
Wow.
ever had. I love the strawberries so much, but they go out of stock. And then when they went out of stock, I tried to buy like other brands strawberry seltzers, and they're trash. They're garbage.
Can you just order this from? Can you just order it from the site? I hate
You have
to
to
do,
no.
I
Okay,
hate to
no.
do this to you,
No.
Dan.
I know. But this is where I'm a fucking maniac. You have to like sign up for a membership, and I won't
and you
do
couldn't
that for some
possibly.
reason. I won't do that. It's so crazy.
I don't see anything about I mean, obviously,
No?
I know you've done your research on this.
I don't know, man.
I feel like
losing it.
I feel like we owe it to you, or we'll make one attempt at contacting Spindrift corporate and see if we can't get you some kind of love for
This
just
should be
for all the
everything.
blood you've spilled in order to get and all the social currency you've earned through the strawberry 24 pack.
Everything to me. Thank you.
You're like some kind of ancient land baron who operates solely on a Spindrift economy, and it's pretty great.
Yep.
Okay, so that's leading up to dinner. You're saying, what about dinner to bedtime? What's happening?
Dinner. Always a big glass of water with dinner. And
Ice or no ice? Sorry.
Again, it's a temperature related situation. Food to weather to how much I want some ice.
And is this your bedtime vessel? Is it the same glass that's gonna go with you later at the same?
No,
the same
usually not.
collection?
No, I keep them clean. And then I might say a lot of nights I'll have a little sleepy time tea. Not literally, although I love a sleepy time tea, but some tea in the later hours as a wind down, as an alternative to snacking. And so I'll say then another big tea like beverage rec to throw out here. A lot of passion here. Harney and Sons is the best tea brand in the world, and one of their flavors is a cinnamon spice. It's the best cinnamon spice tea I've ever had in my life. They have a decaf and a not decaf, and they're not decaf, and they basically taste exactly the same. So I'll often have the cinnamon spice Harney and Sons before bed, and that's just my favorite thing in the world. But really, every single tea from there is amazing, to the point where my wife has reached out to them to try to be like a spokesperson for them. No response.
This is the first one up on the. I'm guessing this is their most.
Maybe it is their most popular one.
Yeah, it's the first one that pops up on their site.
But
That's
but I mean it like it's next level. Every single tea is like the best version of the tea you've had.
And are you dressing up that cinnamon spice with anything, or how do you make that?
It doesn't need anything. It's perfect. It's just a nice steep, and it's one of those things where it's so surprisingly sweet, even though there is no additive sugar or sweetener whatsoever, to the point that what you were asking before, I got introduced to it through Doug Mand, my right partner.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
friend of the show.
and he discovered this tea first. He became addicted to it, and he was so confounded at how good it was, at how much it tasted sweeter than it should, that he actually did get in touch with like their R&D department. He like kept asking, well, what's really in this? Well, what's really in it? And even when he got to the people on like customer service, he didn't believe them. He was like, I'd like to speak to someone like who knows more.
Wow.
And
Wow.
He finally got through to someone, and they were just like, I swear there's nothing in this but a blend of cinnamon and spice that gives it a sweet flavor.
This was gonna be Dan and Doug's All the President's Men.
Yep, exactly. It's go straight to the top.
Oh, that's tremendous. I remember I used to like this tea. I think it was just like a Celestial Seasonings tea that I had as a kid that was called like the Emperor's Choice. And I remember it also being very naturally sweet.
Yeah.
So much so that I remember it now like 20 years later.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that, but it does seem unbelievable.
Yes.
Truly unbelievable.
Where
And-
is
Conspiracy grows.
Where are you
Yeah.
picking this tea up? Where's your go-to spot for grabbing it?
Rachel did become a a subscription member.
Okay, nice. So this is
Okay.
that's great. All right.
So
I love
Rachel gets re-upped every maybe 3 months with like a ton of tea.
it. Sweet.
What's awesome. And I
Yeah.
got to say, the packaging is looks pretty superior.
It's nice. It's a very good gift
Tins.
when you get the tins. They're really beautiful.
Classic.
Rachel took one of the shelves in our kitchen and turned it into like a tea display case. She's so proud of her teas now.
Love
That's
it.
incredible.
I love
Yeah.
it. Okay, so is that about it for your day? And then you filling up that glass before it's hitting the
Yeah, that's
hitting the
right.
hay?
That's my beverage day. Yeah, I mean, like on that's an average day. Depending on stress levels, there might be alcohol in there.
Gotcha. Is there a go-to booze that you reach for first, or
It's usually pre-meal will be a dirty martini vodka. Post-meal would be an old fashioned.
nice? We're a big fan of old fashions over here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are two dynamite choices. Kim Sheeran in the chat is asking, what was that water bottle? I'm ashamed that we ourselves did not catch that. What are you drinking? Out of
What's
there,
in
man?
it, or what is it?
What is it? It's like
Um,
a hydro flask to me.
I don't know. It's my wife's, and I gotta tell you, I don't know what it. I don't know what that is. What do you think that is? SGE, be good, not
I'm
evil.
gonna say that was a gift.
Yeah, it looks like some swag.
But
Yeah.
it looks
It's
it
not
looks
a
like
hydro
a
flask,
looks like a
Jojo.
water bottle.
Yeah, it's a
I'm sorry. I'm not. This is
No,
not
that's
the
fine.
most
Oh,
exciting
okay,
part.
that lid I see. Okay, great.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
thank you
that
for
is a
sharing.
fantastic beverage
go.
profile. We learned
There you
a
go.
lot about you. I mean,
Thanks.
that's
That
dynamite.
kind of sums me up as a person.
Exactly. You're a chugger and a Spindrift hunter.
Yeah.
Let's.
I honestly, I didn't and know that you were going to do this, and I also didn't realize I have such particular needs, but it awoken something in me when you said all these things.
That is always the goal. We're trying to awaken the beast inside you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's get to the main event, gentlemen. Very, very excited. We got 3 hot sauces. We're doing a green habanero. Here, let me zoom in for a minute. A green habanero.
I think it is just habanero.
Habanero. I just, why am I saying habanero?
Tossing that enye in there. You know.
Oh, look at these. We've got 3
Habanero.
habanero. We got El Yucateco, La Anita, and Mexico Lindo.
Gee.
Great.
Now,
What's the origin of these that you picked these 3?
I got these at the Vallarta supermarket, which is one of my favorite supermarkets. I don't know if have either of you guys been to one of them?
No.
They're
No.
just these enormous, beautiful, modern, colorful, amazing produce like supermarkets that started in LA, and they're kind of all around. You should look them up. The one I
Yeah.
go to is in Pasadena, but they had all these there, and I was like, oh, this looks like a great thing to try.
Yeah, I love it. I love a green sauce.
Also
So how
love a
hot
green
do we
sauce.
think these are going to be? Is this going to be a mild situation, or is there going to be heat differences between these? What are we looking out for, do you think, before we dive in?
I feel like greens are on the milder side to begin with, so we're probably safe in that territory. Ish.
Sure.
No, disagree.
I
No,
don't
no,
know. I don't know. I think that's I feel like that's fool's gold there. I don't think the El Yucateco, that one I feel like is on a lot of restaurant tables in
Yeah.
LA. I've had this one before, but I don't remember how spicy it is. Like I don't
Ooh.
but it's the one I recognize. But I think these are all gonna hit pretty hard. That's my guess. But I also, like I said, none of them that I've had famously.
I'm gonna say you see the I don't know if you see, but the wrapping on this says 50th anniversary, which means this is a crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
This is not so crazy that it's a novelty flavor, it's a niche flavor. This is got to be moving units.
And let me tell you this, though. La Anita, though, says 100 años on there.
Sí, más de 100 años.
What?
De
no.
ciento años contigo.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
Thank you for translating.
You're welcome. Wow,
Okay,
1913.
Jesus. Mexican Revolution.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to say the same thing then, and I bet this is going to be really delicious.
Okay, which one are we going to dive into first?
Wait, but you see, I mean, I'm sorry, just to say it, it does have a heat meter on the La Anita.
Okay. Is it like one of the Duracell old batteries where you could sense how much
this
power
is
is left?
They're saying this is like a 3 out of 4 heat. So probably hot.
Okay. That's on La Anita.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I do have that.
Meters? I'm looking for heat meters.
Don't you almost feel like they just left the little top of the thermometer empty for perspective?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, I mean, there's technically you could kill yourself.
The sun is hotter.
Yeah, exactly.
I also noticed almost like an actual joke. It says extra hot on the Mexico Lindo. I'll do it. It says extra hot in like fine print, as though.
Yep. Oh boy.
We don't do a lot of research for this show.
What?
However,
you guys don't do a lot of research?
We don't do a lot of research, not a lot of pre-production. However, it's important to know that the somewhat arbitrary or malleable Scoville scale that rates the heat of peppers from 0 Scoville heat units, that would be like an ice cube, to, I think up to 1 million. The hottest being a ghost pepper that they say ranges from 800,000 to 1 million SHUs. The pepper right below it on the thermometer I'm looking at, also a thermometer, by the way. Okay. Now, the ghost pepper has a skull and crossbones in this particular graphic.
Okay.
The one below it is the habanero at 150,000 to 575,000 Scoville heat units.
Okay, I'm full of shit. I don't know anything.
To put it in perspective, a jalapeno has 2,500 to 8,000 Scoville heat units. So even that, I think that's a good one that we're all pretty familiar with, like a jalapeno. Sometimes you have one, you bite it, and it's kind of just like a little peppery. It's not that spicy at all.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get one that makes you tear up.
It'll get you.
Right.
And that's at 8,000.
Okay.
So, and then you got your, a Serrano is 8,000 to 22,000. Cayenne's coming at 30 to 50K.
Okay. All right.
Thai chili's at 50 to 100K. But look, they might mellow it out.
We don't know. We don't know. We're gonna find out.
Right.
Randy, I see you as their hot sauce cam. There isn't. I didn't feel like the Bev cam was appropriate, and I didn't have time to make a hot sauce cam tonight.
So I'm gonna loudly pour my chips on a plate.
That's a good idea. Yeah. What do you have? What's your?
I had in the house Siete grain-free tortilla chips.
Sure.
Those are delicious.
They're very good.
Jojo, what are you doing?
Well, I got a few things. I raided my children's snacks to get the only cheese in our house, which was a Monterey Jack cheese stick.
I have them. Monterey Jack too, my friend. That was all I had left as well.
I've got the club crackers you brought over.
Sure.
I ate those all last night. Couldn't hold back.
Delicious. Just delicious.
I've got some corn chips.
Great.
And then I also have some cheese sandwich crackers. I don't know why. Seem fun.
Oh, sure.
Is that dairy for you guys to mellow it out if it's too much?
I just love a little hot sauce on cheese. I don't know what it is.
But I'm going to try them on the. I think I'm going to start with the corn chips to get authentic, and then I have a beer to kind of mellow it out.
Oh, that sounds great. That's what the almond milk's for, baby.
I love it.
All right,
I love it.
Where should we start? You want to start with El Yucateco because you think you maybe had that one before, Josh? That sound like a plan?
Sure. I almost wish I knew when Mexico Lindo came into existence because I almost want to go, a little age before beauty here.
Smells.
I mean, this has the most modern logo.
It does.
You want to start with Mexico Lindo?
Are we going Mexico? Which one are we going?
Well, looks like you already
newest to oldest.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that sounds great. That sounds great. Let's go Mexico Lindo.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna put some on the plate.
I'll take a little sniff
Beautiful.
here.
This has like a serious.
Yeah. Let's see if I
This
can-
has like a safety seal.
Yes, you're right. Children can't be near it. I don't know. This smells great.
It does.
It's
This isn't singeing my nose,
No.
which sometimes they do.
It has a very bright look, though, to it.
Yeah. I mean,
A nuclear look.
Citrusy.
yeah. I mean, oh, with hints of citrus taste. It says, okay,
Oh.
you're going in.
Okay.
You're just putting it raw right on the chip. RoRo, what's your method
Yeah.
here?
I did a little club cracker and cheese.
I put too much on, but it's not
Did
so
you put
bad.
too much? I'm gonna put more on. I don't feel like I went hard enough my first bite.
No, I mean honestly, it was just a slight. That's great. Oh, it's it's a little heat, but nothing that's not unpleasant.
Take
It
a
does-
take a close whiff on this. There's something I don't know how to describe it. There's a note of something.
I feel like anytime I've ever messed with anything habanero, there is always like an underlying sweet something going on. It's got a good.
Yeah, it's lime. It's a ton of lime.
Is it lime?
Yeah.
Are you guys getting the note that I'm thinking of? It's like almost like an earthy floral thing or something. Not floral, more earthy smelling.
Like a lime?
Describe it. I know you guys keep saying that, but
I mean,
How you
just
feel, yeah?
I mean, look,
maybe
there's
it's the
nothing.
lime.
It's never fun to actually read the ingredients, but it's a ton of chemicals.
Not bad though. Not bad.
Something like DuPont-ish.
Yeah, yeah. You kind of taste the science of this one.
Could it be the plastic bottle? It's the only one of these that's in plastic.
I know that speaks poorly.
Let's move on.
Do you
We'll
remember the
circle
price
back.
point on any of these, RoRo?
Yeah, these are all in the like $1.50 to $3 a bottle.
Okay.
Love it.
I love this, by the way. I mean, I
It
really,
tastes really good.
I don't even want to ruin it by drinking almond milk right now. I'm just gonna have it all.
I love the taste. There's something about the smell of that one that I don't know. Let's move on. So next we're thinking it's El Yucateco, right?
That's
50
right.
years.
Yeah.
50 years
Okay.
old.
Wow.
Oh yeah, this one smells of a little bit more heat. Ooh, you guys are doing a nice little shake.
Yeah. Make sure you get the sticky stuff at the bottom. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. I'm getting
This
Definitely
gets a
more
little
heat.
harder.
on the nose. Floral.
Yeah, this
heat.
is gonna pack a punch.
Okay.
Ooh, it's
Okay.
got a
But again,
nice smell though.
50 years. That's a crowd pleaser. Okay, but I do want to. You know, I'm gonna.
This
reset my
seems
palate.
thicker to me. The pour was slower for me.
Yep.
I hope that means it's like more natural as opposed to less like xanthan gum. Okay. Oh,
Nice.
both hotter, much more habanero-y, like a lot more habanero.
More staying power. Sticks
Yeah.
around a lot longer. Ooh.
Zip.
Oh, really? But it's really good too. But also, yeah, it's staying on my tongue for sure.
Yeah.
It's
What was
not,
that first flavor? There's something right at the beginning that's a little bit different though.
The heat on this one though isn't like it sticks around and it's stingy, but it's not like make your eyes water. For
Yeah.
me, if that makes sense.
No.
But I
Yeah.
really feel it on the tongue.
This one, I wonder. It's like ooh, I feel like it was actually just a ton more habanero flavor, like a ton more, but also like a decent amount of that whatever the acidic is, maybe lime, maybe just general. So the first flavor I get is the acid.
How do you guys feel the difference on the smell of this one? This one is more pleasing to my nose for some reason.
I didn't get much of a smell on Mexico Lindo, to be honest.
This one smells more like peppers. You know, I'm not getting. I noticed that what you're calling floral on the first one. I get that. Oh, and I really am smelling the plastic bottle.
Maybe it
to
is
go
a
back
plastic
to that.
bottle too. Yeah.
Oh, someone asked what we are drinking specifically. Jojo, that's me. I'm drinking a Bell's Two-Hearted Ale. And it's going down great.
I got a little lemon LaCroix.
You know, this one's really sticking around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know if that's just a compounding factor, hitting back-to-back hot sauces on just a straight chip with no beans at all. Did
Yeah,
you
nothing
save
cut
your
it.
Mexican dinner, or did you just eat that last
No, I
night?
ate it. I ate it with all of my Charmans, which wasn't a problem. I was happy to.
Yeah, you guys, we need to move on before the Yucateco piles on too much. If that
You're
makes
right.
sense.
I can't
Yeah,
keep
I agree.
because I'll keep going back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
La Anita?
And none of this pylon is from the Mexico Lindo, right? Like I don't feel like that was bringing any of the fierceness.
No.
Where
No.
No.
This one, it's crazy. This one just keeps building.
yeah.
It's not going away.
Okay.
I feel like this
La
is
Anita.
the El Yucateco is one I feel like they could go really bad at brunch time, right?
Yeah.
As I mentioned, it's often on like diner tables and stuff. If you hit that thing too hard, thinking it's
Yeah.
just it's like green Tabasco or something,
Yeah.
this little bottle is cute as hell. La Anita on closer
La Anita
inspection. I don't know.
Smells kind of like it was made in the kitchen. Like it feels more authentic to me.
Also, keep in mind, these last two, they're only selling you 4 ounces, whereas Mexico Linda's selling you 5. Which means they're cutting it with more crap.
Yeah, this is also quite.
Hmm.
It smells a little more like Play-Doh or something.
Smells like, this reminds me of Tabasco, or green Tabasco at least. But Play-Doh is just like cream of tartar, isn't it? And like baking
Yeah.
soda.
Flour.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right, let's try a taste of this one.
Okay. Ooh, poured way too much onto my plate. It's definitely looser.
Yep.
Came out real quick. Okay.
It's kind of more. I don't know, is it gelatinous or just the way I swiped? Kind of a brighter, slimy green color.
I like the first flavor, but I don't like that aftertaste.
I think I gotta hit like a lot of this. I'm not getting. I'm not getting much.
No. It's pretty flat.
I'm gonna go one heavy pour.
Yeah.
If you circle back on the Mexico Lindo, I feel like these have a similar smell. I know I'm getting hung up on the smell for some reason, but oh, maybe when it's on the cracker, not as much. Maybe it's more of a bottle thing.
Well, let's see.
Okay.
Habanero.
Try these little cheddar crackers.
Lizzie has a great question. Do you have a preferred viscosity of a hot sauce?
Ooh.
I like the feeling that someone stewed up a bunch of peppers and stuck it in a blender. That's what I want. I the less it can feel gummy, the better.
How do you feel about just like a regular Tabasco then? Does that
I hate Tabasco.
You hate
I fucking
Tabasco.
hate Tabasco. It's one of the biggest reasons I can't move back to New York.
Wow.
Interesting.
There was some unpleasantness.
Shots fired.
Yeah, I love New York, but won't go back.
What did you
Don't have
do?
tobacco.
What did you do to the Tabasco contingent there? It sounds like you really blazed your way out of town.
I left New York, didn't know that was a hole in my life. Get to LA, find that every place has Cholula and Tapatio, and life is forever changed. And now I can't unsee what I've seen.
Interesting. I'm still a Tabasco guy.
I feel like it has its place. I love it for certain
On
things.
what? Where is it better than Cholula or Tapatio?
Scrambled eggs, I love it.
Yeah, me too. I also
I don't
love
think
it. I'll mix it with ketchup, dips breakfast potatoes in there.
That's solid. That's
I
solid.
like it with seafood better.
It is surprisingly better with seafood. You're right.
Oysters.
I don't know
and that
why,
kind of- I don't know either.
but you're right.
But I otherwise agree with you. I think I want a little chunk in there. I mean, this Yucateco is kind of, I mean, it pretty well approximates it. It's the most approximate, I feel like, of what I look for. And I think they're almost like two different questions, because I feel like all those things are almost like, there's certain products, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even,
Yeah.
I can't even really compare Tabasco and Tapatio. In my mind, they do feel like different beasts to me, but there are those, and I'll gladly rock any of them. But if someone's like, oh, here, try all these hot sauces, as we might do, or you're at a hot sauce store, or someone's making some hot sauce, yeah, have a little chunk in there. I don't like it to be too loosey-goosey. Not
Lizzie
too
Bart.
vinegary.
Lizzie Bart right now. I'm sorry. It's saying the truth. There's some fucking monopoly that's going on that is keeping Tapatio and Cholula out of New York. It's crazy.
What is that about? There's nothing cheaper on planet Earth than Tapatio. But
Yeah.
my dad, who is from New England, he was visiting, and we were out like at probably a diner or Mexican restaurant, and there was Cholula on the table, and he got so sucked in by the wooden top, he ordered some on the internet and then went home to like the grocery store, and it was just there.
Yeah.
It does just exist.
But it's not in restaurants. It's crazy.
Yeah,
That is
wild.
weird. It should be in all of them. My glasses are fogging up. I am starting to sweat a little bit.
I literally just had the thought, like, I could eat this whole thing of crackers and cheese. I need to slow down. Let's regroup for a second and let's rate these. To me, it's super easy. I don't want to go
Yeah.
first. Dan, let's
do-
start with
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Bottom to
Yeah,
top.
sure. Okay. Well, look, bottom, man. La Anita. It's not doing much of anything, to be honest. It's like there's not really a complex spice. There's not a strong habanero flavor. It's really flat. Was really flat to me. I didn't really get much of anything. It's a little spicy, but not spicy in a meaningful way. Habanero Mexico Lindo, despite its slightly overproduced chemical flavor, it's still pretty good, and I would enjoy it on most things. And I did like it a good amount, and also is not so spicy that I couldn't eat quite a lot of it. And then El Yucateco is a really excellent, like if you want the flavor of habanero, this is deeply the flavor of habanero, and it is, but it is pretty spicy and the long-term spice is really quite clear now 10 minutes later. So, but that's still my number one.
I want to. I think I might have a very, very well. I'm a little different than you. I just want to zoom in on JoJo for a minute because he is sweating over here.
I love spicy food, and I have no physical tolerance for it. Ah,
looking good. JoJo,
Thank
what do you think? What are your thoughts?
I feel the exact same way as Dan, as our illustrious guest. It's 100% correct. The La Anita is kind of gross, really. Like that's one, if it's in a little like Lazy Susan of available hot sauces at a restaurant, I'm not even giving it a second glance. I'm gonna go Tapatio over that. If these other two, depending on what I've ordered, I could see pulling in either direction. And I agree that the Mexico Lindo you could really let rip, and I like that because sometimes you want your dish to be a little sauced up, you know.
Yeah.
And a little wet. And then, yeah, the El Yucateco is delicious, but it is a spicy meatball.
Yeah, I'm gonna go I'm gonna switch things up a little bit. The bottom for me is Mexico Lindo.
So freaked out by the smell.
I don't know what it is. I keep going back to the smell. There's something off about it to me. But honestly, the Mexico Lindo and the La Anita, there's a lot of similarities for me. I don't know. They seem kin to me. Where leaps and bounds higher above is the El Yucateco for me. I really enjoy that one.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I want to try it on a bunch more stuff. I'm excited to try it on a bunch of other things.
You know what would be cool? You know when you sometimes you have to like pair hot sauces where you get like just a little bit of the spicy guy that goes on top of maybe like a guac or one of those like guacamole salsas that's really mild. It might need a little bit more, a conduit to sort of even the flavor out.
Yeah. Let it flow.
I love it.
Let it breathe.
We got a true winner tonight, though, which is always exciting.
Love that. And love to see, like, my local El Salvadorian restaurant really, like, picking the good one.
Yeah.
They were not wrong.
Yeah.
Solid.
I have
Definitely worth a few bucks.
I have a feeling we'll be noticing this more, too, now that we've done it.
Yeah.
I feel like this really is around, as you're saying.
Yeah,
Jojo.
I bet you're right. It's funny when you mentioned the little basket of sauces at places, and that's so funny that I never really think about what goes into the choice of who lives in those baskets.
I never thought about it once.
But you're totally right that like there's almost definitely like a ton of thought that went into what 4 to 6 things get to permanently live on your table.
Yeah, it's got to be. And I wonder if anything ever gets kicked out. I'd love to know if anybody has, like a place you go a ton and all of a sudden you notice blank wasn't there.
Diners are the one. There's one in Burbank that has a stacked basket of condiments. I'm dying to go back there now to actually like look into what that. Yeah.
What is it? Frank's? What is it?
Is it Frank's? They have a big patio, big backyard. It's by my doctor's office.
Okay. I'll ask your doctor.
Post-pandemic...
Is your doctor from Totally Lame? Is it the same one? Did you stick with them?
I sort of.
Post-pandemic, do you guys feel any different about the amount of mitts that are touching these bottles all day long at restaurants? Does that ever cross your mind?
It's terrible, horrifying.
Crosses my mind, certainly.
Yeah. I think about these things. I thought about these things pre-pandemic as well. Just because...
half the restaurants got rid of those baskets because of this.
Yeah. That's the bummer. I went to a diner not even. It's like a brunch place, like a bakery. And they lost all their condiments. They're all in individual packets now, which I truly hate for many reasons. Yeah. And I do realize I'd rather have the fleeting feeling of like, should I really touch this sriracha bottle and then eat and just, and just go for it because it's fine.
Do you remember, there's a couple diners that just straight up have a jar of jam on the table.
Yes.
And it's just an open jar with a spoon that's like for everybody. And I loved nothing more than the free jar of jam that I could slather on whatever bullshit I'd ordered. And it's so gross. It is so gross. Every single person using the same fucking spoon, maybe forever.
And right? They probably just saran wrap that whole situation at the end of the night at best.
Right. At best. They're probably not. They're just leaving it out. And then everyone's sticking their dirty ass mitts into the jar jam. Like it's so gross. And I miss it dearly.
Oh. What about just not to stay here too long, but hot chili peppers, right? The little yellow peppers that you'll see at like Boo's cheesesteaks or Oinkster or you name your spot. In and Out is another example. Yeah. That kind of grosses me out too, even though it seems like their pepper. I don't know.
Public bucket of peppers.
The
vinegar is
peppers. Is the vinegar keeping everything at bay?
I guess, hopefully.
But
how fast does vinegar work? I don't know.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, the big thing, I'm not a scientist, but one thing we have learned more recently is that surfaces are not your main vector for disease transmission, for COVID anyway.
for
other stuff,
COVID
maybe.
anyway, but every other thing.
Maybe other
Staph
stuff, but no one
infection.
cares. No one's cared about that
Yeah,
for
you're right.
centuries. So I think, just get in there and
Drink some plague.
drink a little bit of plague. Yeah, that's I think it's good advice. And I mean, as Splee says in the comments, it's fine. You shouldn't be touching your eyes after messing with hot sauce
Yes.
anyways.
Very true.
So yeah, if you just apply the hot sauce, and then especially if you're eating with utensils after that, and maybe, if you want to hit a little hand sanitizer.
Yeah, just bring the hand sanny with you if you want to get
Does that
get
fix
silly.
spicy? That's actually a real question. Does hand sanitizer end spicy?
Oh,
Like
like could you just put a pump of that? Like there's the ketchup.
If my fingers
dispenser.
are spicy from fucking touching hot peppers, and then I put hand sanitizer on it, does that stop the spicy?
I don't know. It doesn't
We
sound
will.
like
We'll
it,
get
does
back
it?
to you on. We'll get back to you on that.
Does anyone want to try it right now? Get in the hot seat.
Stick it in your eye.
Yeah. Put the hand sanitizer directly in.
Yeah, I don't think you want it on your eyes either. Okay. All right. Well, let's move on, gang. Jojo, should we go to our favorite question?
I think so. I think it may just be that time.
Okay. So this is a segment, Dan, that we like to call
Brian's question.
So when we started the show back in the day, my brother-in-law Brian sent us 100 questions, and we got through that entire list. And he was so nice when we rebooted the show to send us another list of 100 questions. And we're gonna have you read this week's question, and we're gonna dive into it. Let's see what we got. Jojo, you want to pull that up?
Yes.
Want me to read it?
Yes, please.
What is the drink of choice for a movie theater? Does it depend on whether the theater uses real butter on the popcorn? Does the answer change at a theater that delivers alcohol? Okay, good question.
You want to jump in there first?
Yeah, sure. I mean, look, the alcohol obviously changes the equation significantly.
Certainly.
If you want to go, if you're going to drink at a movie theater, you don't need a Coca-Cola also. And I would say, I love the couple theaters where you can drink. That's a delight, a joy. And I'll often partake in that. But let's assume you can't, because that's really more the standard and the historical precedent we're talking about.
Stick with historical precedent always.
No, I don't really see how the popcorn stylings would affect my drink choice, to be honest. I don't know.
Ooh.
Wouldn't for me. But I mean, so I'm just going to say what my drink choice is at the movie theater. If I'm getting a drink, I have two go-tos. It's a Coca-Cola slushie, if they have it. That's the number one.
Oh,
Number
nice.
one, Coca-Cola slushie, my favorite fucking thing in a movie theater.
Yeah.
If they don't have it, this is like my, somehow I do really like it more, but it's like also like my weird like nod to health. I asked for a 50-50 Diet Coke root beer.
Whoa.
What? Diet Coke, half root beer?
Yeah, because I think that the root beer is like too sweet, and the Diet Coke like tones it down just a little bit, and I love that.
Oh my God, Jojo, that we're gonna do that just as like a side quick bonus thing, maybe on the next episode. I'm so curious.
I wish we had done this a little earlier. We're going to see Rescue Rangers in the theaters and, hit one of those.
Mm-hmm. But do it at home. You can still do it at home.
Do it at home. You're right.
Disney Plus, go to the supermarket, order it on Postmates.
Hit a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing, what is the reaction from the person behind the counter? Is it just complete and utter respect, and they walk right to the machine? Is there any questioning of it?
away.
Or
Yeah,
are
I'd
they
say
hearing
like
these kind of requests all the time? What's the deal there?
I'd say half the time I have to say it again. But genuinely half the time people are like, yeah, like I get all sorts of weird orders like that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And so
Can
it's
you
totally
imagine
normal for a lot of people.
Can you imagine the drink orders you're getting in the movie theater when people know they can go drink their drink in like isolated silence?
Yeah.
If there's like a Coke Freestyle machine or just fountains for you to do yourself, are you pulling the similar mix and match moves?
Yeah, but going
You're going a little
wild.
deeper, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
going deeper. I love the taste of root beer, but it's just too much, a whole big thing of that, and so I always need to cut it. And so honestly, what I will do a lot is a three-way of root beer, cream soda, and Diet Coke.
I'm adding that to the bonus that we're gonna do. We can't not do the one and not try the addition of cream soda in there.
I didn't even know there was cream soda at
That's
movie
on the
theaters.
remix machines. The remix machines are so insane and truly like
Yes.
for a moron like me, like a dream where like I got to go to one of the maybe I think it was maybe like Disney Corporate or maybe it was like Netflix, and they have the like the full-fledged machine, like anything you can imagine on there, and they're like, yeah, take whatever you want, and I was like, okay, I'll meet you down the hall.
Yeah, don't look at me.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the rationale with adding the cream soda? Was that just like
I love cream soda too, and I couldn't say one or the other.
That's beautiful.
But then I might go in the opposite direction, which is a ginger ale based drink, and now we're talking like a ginger ale with like they'll have like a lime flavored addition, and you can make like a lime or lime raspberry ginger ale or something like that, and that's also pretty special.
I like
I
this.
love
This is
that.
when you go see a James Bond movie. You're on a date or something. Classic.
I've been in a relationship a long time.
You can still go on dates.
You got to keep it spicy.
That's right. And the remix machine helps that.
Yeah, that's right.
Jojo, what about you? What's your go-to for Brian's
I
question?
love a Coke Icy, or if there's, God willing, if there's some kind of cherry Coke situation. I think that's ultimately where I'm headed, is like a cherry Coke or a Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
If it's offered, and then certainly if an Icy is there, and I can enjoy that in peace, I'm doing that. Now I don't know about this real butter on the popcorn thing. I get the appeal, but at that point, like, I'm filling my body with so much trash. I don't think I'm A-being, is this real butter or not?
Oh,
And
that
would
was,
this
you think that's what
enhance
it is?
Or like,
That it's
and then
like-
would this enhance my enjoyment of my Coke Icy? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm with
I
you
love the
there.
Coke Icy so much that it often just becomes a popcorn replacement entirely, where I'm just like, just give me the
Yes.
biggest Coke Icy, and I'm going to nurse that thing for 2 fucking hours.
Yeah, that eats like a meal,
I-
and with the alcohol piece, I will almost always do it if it's offered, but there is part of me, there's a tiny voice that is like, wouldn't you rather just have the Coke Icy?
Yeah.
That's the thing for me, is I think 9 out of 10 times I don't actually want the booze. Unless it's like booze when I was, in high school sneaking it into a movie. That was the best.
That's when you
know?
do need a Coke. Yes.
But just specifically thinking for one moment, we're talking about like Landmark and ArcLight are really where our heads are at right now for Los Angeles. ArcLight, RIP. But like they had alcohol.
Sure.
And they didn't have icy machines.
Yeah.
And so it was an either or situation where you end up at like one of the major chain theaters, and they are more likely to have the icy machines but no alcohol.
Yeah.
Right. Or if they do, it like the choice is like, do you want a giant, truly hard seltzer, or do you want a Coke Icy? And then it's an easy choice.
Yeah.
Get that Coke Icy.
Right.
They have frozen Cokes at McDonald's right now.
What's the frozen Coke? Is that different than a?
I think it's maybe the exact same thing, just maybe different name. But I got one for my son, and it was his first time with one of those, and it was like the best drink he ever had.
Great.
And then I was
he's
like,
right.
is there caffeine in it? And I looked it up, and sure, there is caffeine in there as
Coca-Cola has a ton of caffeine.
well. Yeah. I just didn't know. For some reason, my brain was like, maybe the frozen ones don't.
Do you remember they had those disgusting caffeine-free Cokes when we were growing up?
Oh, yeah.
In the weird kind of like Duty Brown cans?
Yep.
I have to get those
Absolutely.
for my father-in-law when he comes to visit, and he's coming next week. And
What a diva.
He's a Pepsi boy, so I have to buy him those.
Caffeine-free Pepsi?
Yeah, regular. It's caffeine-free regular Pepsi.
They're bad, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Dan, I will say that we did recently drink all the like Coke, Pepsi Zeros, and diets, and they were all surprisingly way better than we thought they were going to be.
Oh, I love them. I mean, they're as long as they're cold. You also should have done a round of like room temp, because
Oh my God.
at room temp the chemicals start to come apart and it has a totally different flavor. It's revolting. Like you can drink a flat Coca-Cola or a flat ginger ale and be like still kind of happy with it. It's not as satisfying, but it's still kind of good. But like a room temp, any of those room temp chemical ones are horrifying. They're horrifying. They stick in your brain.
I agree. That would be really fun. Is just do a Coke or Diet Coke of different temperatures.
Yes.
A hot. Is anybody drinking it hot in the morning?
Really
Steaming
precise.
mug.
Yes. So fizzing a little bit.
That's amazing. My movie drinks, I'm going root beer, cherry Coke, Dr. Pepper, probably in that order. So, yeah, there's something about the cherry Coke feels very movie theater to me.
Can you put that steamer wand in the root beer for a 10 count?
Well, let's real quick. Wait, let's check in on our friend here, Dan. We're just kind of curious. Let me pull this up. Oops. So Josh has a pet duck, and we just always like to check in on the duck and see how you feel. Oh
Yeah,
my
back-
gosh,
Back
Jojo,
when we were a
the live
podcast-
stream is not available.
Are you shitting me?
What does that mean?
The duck is
I
escaping.
gotta make a phone call. Yeah, this could be a ducks on the loose, a real chicken run situation.
Yeah, it's gonna come back on just some sort of loop of him just filing his nails.
Yeah. Mr. Snackers would not like me comparing his life to a chicken's. But I hope everything is okay over there.
That was
Back when we were a podcast and there were no visuals, and we told people that I got a pet duck, people thought it was some kind of joke, some kind of bit.
Are you
Some kind of
freaking out
runner.
right now that the camera's down?
I am a
will
little
you
bit.
text?
I'm already
text
sweating.
them?
Absolutely, you gotta stay on top of these things.
Is,
I mean,
at this hour though, is someone gonna get back to you?
Where's
they
your
better.
duck?
At a
Ducky
ducky
daycare.
daycare.
Yeah.
It's nighttime, bro.
Oh
no,
yeah,
but
there's
they're usually milling about.
partying. They're eating watermelon.
They go
shitting in their
crazy on
kiddie
the watermelon.
pools,
Okay, wow.
fornicating.
That's great. Ugh, with their weird corkscrew dick.
That's right.
Oh
yeah.
boy.
Jojo,
Mr.
you
Snack
never
was
told
straight as
me.
an arrow, though.
I had to have a doctor look at it. He's
Well, Dan, you have been a delight.
Oh,
One of my favorite beverage profiles, the hunt for Spindrift. I'm gonna dream about tonight.
I'm picturing you doing the Arnold Schwarzenegger and Predator prep. You're blacking up the eyes.
just going into Target
Trader
in El
Joe's.
Segundo. Yeah. I heard somewhere you've got blood orange.
Yeah, it's a joy to imagine. A vision I'll carry with me.
And we are without a doubt, we will put on. I mean, Josh, do we even need to put it on the vision board? Our half root beer, half Diet Coke, or are we just gonna maybe just shake that out next week? Maybe.
I think we do need to go to the movies.
Go to the movies.
Ooh.
Honestly, order a couple mix and matches. See what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what the attitude you get for it is.
Yeah, and we'll do it one in a row. Do we go to the same person, same counter, just to like
Disguises.
But like a few people, like we're not together. We don't seem like we're together. You kind of go like 4 or 5 people after I, and then you do the
we're
same
gonna
order.
look like the guys who go to the movies alone during the day, and maybe they're friends or they just see each other here a lot, but maybe not.
Yeah, how
And
would
we'll
those guys
just-
ever figure out you two are friends?
Because they'll be asking, they'll be talking about it in the break room for sure.
RoRo and
Milwaukee's.
JoJo. You think those two know each other?
Dan, thank you so much for doing this. Everybody go watch Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. It is so goddamn funny. And I wish I had a different podcast so we could talk all about that. But everyone go watch that. Is there anything else people should check out or anything on the horizon you want them to know about?
No, whatever. Just follow me on, like it says, Instagram and Twitter at Gregor Corp. I'm a lactose intolerant chugger. Everything I'm doing, I make sure to bother people about on social media.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Everybody in the chat today, thank you guys for stopping by. All of our listeners, we love you so much. We'll be back next week. And yeah, go hit our socials to get the menu for next week if you want to drink along. And Dan, once again, thank you. And last but not least, go
fuck
yourself.
yourself.